Good evening, YouTube family and friends. Hope you had a good week. My week was just busy. Been running my butt around all week long. Made me even more tired. I slept 9 hours last night. Wow. But today is Saturday, December 6th, 2025. And this is my week 89 results of being back on Mounjaro. Let me verify that. Yes, week 89. So, let's see. I had my last week. I did meet up with my psychiatrist, and then also my therapist. And then this week, no, that was this week. Oh my God. I'm doing that a lot lately. I'm losing names. I'm forgetful. When I'm driving somewhere, I sometimes go the wrong direction. It's like, oh my God. And as soon as I go the wrong direction, it dawns on me. So it's almost like brain fog. That's what that feels like. I don't know. But all right. So before I get started on what the psychiatrist did, I'll go ahead and give you all my weight. Last week, I weighed in at 221, which put me at a total weight loss for the 88 weeks of 15 pounds. Yes, 15 pounds lost while dealing with a host of medical issues. So this morning, when I did weigh myself in the morning, even though I'm just now filming this in the evening, it's halftime on the Ohio State-Indiana game. So I was like, I'm going to film this real quick while it's halftime. So this morning, I weighed in at 219. I'm back in the two teens. Woohoo! So that was a 2-pound weight loss, which now puts my total at minus 17 pounds. And that's also 6 pounds lost in 2 weeks. So I'm just going to think of that as a good thing and not a worrisome thing. So, okay. Dr. Dusad, my psychiatrist, she's running out of ideas out of figuring out why I'm so tired. Like I said, I'm extremely tired all day, every day. So, and of course, my myasthenia gravis, my generalized myasthenia gravis, it just keeps on getting worse. And the tremors keep getting worse. And I'm also now starting to have, I don't think I said this last week, because it's kind of started last week a little bit, and a lot this week, as my jaws on both sides are getting sore when I chew food. Initially, I could chew soft food just fine, and whenever I'm chewing something that requires a lot of chewing, and especially if it's more, you bite down on it, there's some resistance to it, and that's when jaws right in this area get sore. So, and what I understand is that is part of myasthenia gravis. It can do that first before it goes to weaknesses. Right now, I can still chew food. It's just I have to go with that. It's discomfort, more. I don't know. Yes, it's pain, but it's not like, oh my God pain. It's more like a sore pain. Like you work your muscles too hard. That's the kind of, it's more. I guess it's more of a soreness. But at least I'm still able to chew at the now. But this morning, I had a banana for breakfast, and my jaw was getting sore eating a banana. And bananas are just soft and turns mushy really quick. There's no really big resistance when you chew it. It just kind of like smooshes together when you chew it. So, but my jaw on both sides was getting sore eating the banana. So even right now when I'm talking, I'm feeling a little bit of soreness. Not like I'm eating, but there's soreness right there. So So, and of course, I'm getting pain every day when I shower. No, my arms, same area. It's kind of like right in here, both sides. When I'm showering, like washing my body, they tend to get soreness in that area. And especially when I'm lifting my head to shampoo my hair, it really gets sore. And then when I get out of the shower and dry myself off, I'm moving my arms so much, they get sore. So, and on top of it, when I'm in the shower, this is every time too. My legs, I feel unstable in the shower, and I'm getting tremors mainly in my right leg, and that's my issue. My left leg seems to be okay in the shower, but I'm just feeling like I'm unstable, like I'm losing my balance, but I'm not. But just kind of like, and then the longer my shower goes, the more my right leg gets the tremors in it. So I don't know what to think about the tremors, but I did message my neurologist and let him know, yeah, I know I see you next month on January 5th, but I just wanted to give you a heads up of what's going on and my increase in symptoms and my new one, my jaw and my upper arms. Because even when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm getting a pain on this arm as I brush my teeth. Even just doing that, it felt like it was wanting to start. So, yeah, so I messaged him, let him know all that, let him know I'm still having trouble swallowing. I wanted to make sure to let I'm not choking. Like once I get the food in my esophagus, it goes down just fine. It's just getting it to all go down to start into the esophagus. That's my issue. It kind of like this is my right side. It's kind of like when I chew and then I go swallow. It's like food is getting. There's still food back there on the back of my tongue on the right side, kind of lingering, against the tongue and the back of my throat, whatever that's called. But then I have to swallow, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times. Now that's not happening all the time. Like I just ate supper and my jaw was getting sore, but I was able to swallow everything. The first attempt, even though it felt like at times I thought, but no, there wasn't no food. It happened earlier this morning when I had my bagel. And of course, that's dry bread. That's toasted because I toast my bagel. So it happened to me a couple of times on a couple of bites that I took. So I don't know. All I do is try to swallow again, and then if it doesn't all go down on the second attempt, then I take a drink of my water, and a lot of times that will get it to go down. But I don't know. But I said I messaged my neurologist, and he initially replied back to me, asked me, "Am I having any trouble with breathing, and am I choking?" And I replied back, "No trouble breathing at all, thank God." But and I'm choking. It's not choking. It's just getting the food to get into the esophagus to go down. Once it gets in the esophagus, I said it's fine. Then I also told him, I also told him, I forgot to mention, I also told him how tired I am all day, every day. And I don't know if it's from the MG, since my MG is flaring up more, or if it's from my liver cirrhosis, or if it's from some of the medication I'm taking. But one of those 3 is causing my severe tiredness and my tremors. I don't know which. Unless the tremors are another autoimmune disease kicking off, like Parkinson's. But I looked up Parkinson's and it doesn't really match. Yes, tremors are part of it, but it just doesn't line up to the first symptoms for Parkinson's. So I don't think that's it. So I don't know though, but so he ordered labs so he can take a look at blood work, and we're still waiting for the CBC to come back. That's like all the ALT, AST, ALTs, and my blood sugar level, and all that fun stuff. I should get the results on that on Monday. But the other two results did come back, and one of those was measuring to see if there's any sign in the blood of muscles being damaged, and that came back fine. Then it was in normal range, even though it was low normal. It was still normal range. And then the other test was checking my immune system, and it was very, very low on the normal. So it's still normal, but it was just above the bottom part of normal range. And that's to be expected. As I said, back on June 9th, I had my thymectomy, so it removed my thymus gland. So we knew that my immune system was going to be compromised when we take that out. So I have less ability to fight off any sickness that I get. Thank God I haven't gotten sick yet. So both came back normal, even though they were low normal. But he says with those results, he doesn't see a reason for what's happening. He made me almost feel like, again, he's not believing me. I thought we were past that part, because my last visit with him, I was having a flare-up with speaking. And I started off speaking fine on that appointment, but within like a few minutes of me talking, I started to lose my tongue motion, and I started to slur my words bad. It was hard because he also had 2 trainees or interns, whatever they are, with him. And yeah, so I know they were having a hard time understanding me, because I could hardly talk because I could barely move my tongue. And so it was like I was having a stroke or something. So I thought we were past that, since like finally one of my symptoms was happening when I was seeing him at an appointment. So every time in the past, this last year and a half, that I had an appointment, nothing was happening, except for the very first appointment. I had a little bit of a droopy eye. So I don't know. We'll see what the CBC panel comes back at. But so I know the tremors are not necessarily myasthenia gravis, possibly, but might not be. Definitely can be from my liver cirrhosis, and it could be from my medications, because some of the medications I'm taking does have side effects of tremors. So I'm trying to convince myself it's just the medication that the psychiatrist has me on. So, but I don't know. I don't know how I'll ever know that. I'm hoping that my liver cirrhosis isn't progressing. The blood work on the CBC, that's what the ALT and AST blood measures are. That's for my liver cirrhosis, for the enzymes in my blood. So I think I initially was talking about that for my myasthenia gravis. No, that's for my liver cirrhosis. So, and another thing that started to happen about 5 days ago is my urine is starting to get all bubbly. That's another thing that worries me about my liver cirrhosis, because it's not from dehydration, because my urine is a very light yellow. And if I was dehydrated, it would be a darker color. And I was like, no, I drink plenty of water every day, so the bubbles aren't coming from me being dehydrated. It's either, well, from what I read online, the bubbles are either from my kidneys having trouble. It's a sign of kidney trouble, or it's from my liver cirrhosis, because there's too much protein going out on the urine, because the liver is having a harder time filtering it out due to the scarring. So, but I do see my urologist on Monday. So I know last week I wasn't sure when my urologist appointment was and when my primary doctor's appointment was. Well, Monday is my appointment with the urologist, and I'll bring it up to her to let her know what's going on with the urine. so she can check it out. So most likely she'll do a urine analysis while I'm there. So I got to make sure I drink plenty of water beforehand and don't go to the bathroom before I leave for that appointment because I'm sure they're going to ask for a urine sample so they can check to see what's in that urine. Praying that's not protein. So I can't remember what could be in it. That might be the kidney stuff, but I don't know. But anyway, so that's next week. Along with I see the psychiatrist. She wanted to see me in a week because she started me on a new prescription. It's a narcotic. I guess I had to show my AD for it. It's Ampheta, AMPHETA / Dextro, DEXTRO. It's a combo, but it's a small dose of it. Smallest dose that you can start me with. It's 5 milligrams. What this is, it's mainly treats people with ADHD, which I did that test a couple of weeks ago, and it came back that I do have ADHD, but I don't buy it. I was just super tired, and that you have to stare at a white screen, and sometimes the letters come up super fast next to each other, other times it's like real slow in between. And with me being so tired, when I was staring at the white screen and it was on the slow part of it, it just like made my eyes zone out because how tired I was. And then that also how tired I was made it hard to recognize the letters when they're going super fast because you have to hit the space bar whenever a letter came up besides an X. If an X came up, you don't hit the space bar. So it's like it was like 15-20 minutes long. And I was like, I told a psychiatrist this week when I saw her, it's like, I don't have ADHD. I don't have ADHD. I don't. I've been working for over 30 some years and I never had an issue with concentrating or anything. I started to have the issue with concentrating when I started to get all my sicknesses. And then it was hard to focus on work because I was so in my head going over, what's going on now that made me to worry. And I kept looking up online, especially when I'm having some symptoms at work, and it was just hard to focus. And that is the reason, but she wasn't buying it. She thinks I have ADHD because that's what the test showed. So whatever. But this is also supposed to try to possibly wake me up more or give me more energy, like a drug. So we'll see. So far, I'm not feeling any effect of this, but I know it's the smallest dose you can have. So we'll see. But anyway, I already took my Mounjaro shot. I'm still on 7.5. So that's all I got for you, folks. I hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully your teams in football that you're cheering for are winning. It's a big game tomorrow for my Bears playing at Green Bay, and the winner of that game will have first place in the division. The Bears have the #1 seed right now, but they do have a tough 5 game, the end of the schedule. So we got Green Bay, and then we have a weaker team, and then we have Green Bay again. And we still have Detroit. I don't know if Detroit is after Green Bay or Detroit is the last game of the season. And I can't remember who the other team is. So some people aren't believing in the Bears. I believe in the Bears, but they're my team. So I just hope we can beat Green Bay at Green Bay. I'm still hoping it. So, all right, folks. Take care. Just remember, be kind to everybody. Even if you disagree with them, it's okay. It's okay. Unless they're just totally crazy. And no, give a smile. If you're out and about, give people smiles. You don't have to say anything. Just give them smiles. A smile can go a long way. All right, folks. Take care. And remember, I love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.